What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Archer, just wanted to say hi and wish you guys a happy new year. It is almost New Year's Eve. It's the day before, but today we do have an install video that we're going to do on the Audi. This video is brought to you by Canadian Auto Performance. They sent me a new grille for the car to give me a little bit of a refresh. I know that I've done a grille install video before, so I'm not really going to go into depth on how to do that today. I'm just going to show you guys some tips and tricks, some pointers on how to get this done quickly and effectively, and then of course we'll show you the result once everything is installed. And make sure you stick around for the end of the video because I do have a special surprise for you subscribers out there. If you don't subscribe already, you're going to want to after this video because we do have a little bit of a giveaway coming. Probably already said too much without saying a lot, but stick around to the end of the video. All right, let's get out to the garage, we'll get set up, and we'll get this thing installed. All right, so we're in the garage with the S4. As you can see here, she's very, very dirty. I have not cleaned her in a couple of weeks because of, my whole water issue, but it is what it is. It's all right. So here's what we're going to be replacing. When you see what we're going to be replacing it with, you're going to be like, what the heck? Why are you doing that? It's the same thing. Well, if you look closely, you may or may not be able to see it. The clear coat on this grille has started to kind of fail already, even though I barely drive the car. You might be able to see it better down here. I'm not going to name any names, who I got this from, anything like that. Just know that I'm going to be replacing it with something that's basically the same. Except for now, we're not going to have the Quattro lettering. I may or may not put that back on, we'll see. But we are going to be swapping out this carbon grille with another carbon grille from Canadian Auto Performance. To start, we're going to take this off. We're going to pop this panel off. There's some screws here. There's some screws in each fender well, and there's some screws underneath. And then the bumper pretty much just comes right off. Now, if you've never taken off your bumper before, there is a screw back behind here that I have opted to never put back in. I think on my previous video, I even mentioned that. It's a way back here. It's pretty hard to get to, but I haven't had any problems leaving this screw out. So if you leave it out, you should be fine, but don't take my advice. I'm just a YouTube mechanic. So first, this thing here, you push in on that little tab there, pull it right out, easy peasy. Next, if yours is plastic, it's the same process. Mine's just carbon fiber. This is from 034. You guys have probably seen it on my car already. This just comes right out like that. And then you pull on the edge like so. Pull on the edge there. And that comes out just like that. Now we've got 4 T30s, it looks like. We're going to pop those out. All right, we've got those 4 out. We have a little magnetic holder there to hold all the hardware in. Over here, we've got a couple of Torx T25s, I believe, that are here in the fender well. And then up top, there's a plastic clip that I'll show you guys how to remove. It's pretty easy to do. You just need some type of pick or pry tool to get in there. The easy way to do this would be jack up the car, take the wheels off, but it's not really all that necessary. I'm gonna do it with the wheels on. If you have to, you can get in and turn the wheel from side to side to gain more access, but I've done this in the past and I should be able to just get these out without having to do anything with the steering wheel. All right, so this side's done. You can see the screws. This is that little plastic clip I was telling you about. You just have to get in there, pry this up, and then pull the whole thing out. And that is right in there. The rest of the screws, you'll see the holes, you'll see the screws. There's 3 of them. You pull those out. Now we're gonna go to the other side and get those pulled. All right, next we're under the car. We've got the other side off. There are some T30s. You'll see them in the middle and then on the sides. This lower tray here attaches to the bumper. So you have to get the screws that attach the lower tray to the car, and then we should be good to go ahead and pull the bumper off. All right, so we've got, I believe, all of the hardware out. On the bottom, there was actually a mix of T30 and T25s. That's how my car is. I have taken this thing apart many times and put it back together, so it's completely possible that they're all supposed to be T30s, but everything fit, everything is secure, nothing's fallen off, so that's how my car is, but just keep that in mind if you're doing this to yours. Next, with all of the hardware removed, we're going to start from the edges of the bumper. You're basically just going to pull like that. Do that on the other side, and then gently pull off the bumper and set it on the ground. There's going to be some parking sensors that are hooked up and some wires. I do have underglow, so I have a few other wires I need to disconnect. On yours, it should just be the parking sensors. On the driver's side, if I'm not mistaken, I'll double check that. I'm going to set the tripod up. We'll see how this goes. Okay, here and here. The grille is held in to the core support. And that's it. Bumper's off the car, it's on the ground. I have to go through and disconnect the wiring. Here's where the grill, this part here, slides into the core support here, so you just kind of have to pop that out as well. Over on this side, this is the driver's side harness I was telling you about. It's right here. This connects everything, so we'll go ahead and disconnect that. That just slides apart. You just put a little bit of pressure on this tab here and split them apart. So that is disconnected. Now I have to go through and disconnect, I think, 1 or 2 wires for my underglow, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll check back in with you guys. All right, so we've got the bumper up on some dollies there. This thing has to come off first. This is the bottom tray. Next is this piece here. It's just that bottom grill. There's three screws that hold that into the grill. Pop this off, and now you're left with just the grill attached to the bumper. This is held in with 3 screws on each side. There. Then once the screws are out, you can see I've already started to like loosen a little bit. It's just held in there with clips, with like pressure clips. So you want to pop those out carefully. You can use a little pick, screwdriver, or something like that if you need to. And then up top, it's also held in up top here with the same idea, the same sort of like pressure clips up top there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this popped off, pull the grill out, and we'll continue on with this install. Okay guys, we've got the grill mounted. We've got the sensors put back on. I do have to do a little something that you guys won't have to do. Because I hit an animal in this car a while back, I don't know if you guys remember that, I had this portion of the bumper repaired. So when I go to secure it in here, it comes right out and it creates a pretty big gap. So I'm just working through to see what I can do to make this fit, because here it's just along the top here, it's a little weird, and it's nothing that you really see once it's installed on the car, but it is giving me an issue now. And with the lower grill installed and everything hooked in and secured, there's still a big gap that you can see from the front. So I need to figure this out. And actually it looks quite big on camera. It's probably not as big as it seems, but it does bug me, so I may just use some double-sided tape or something and get it secured in there nice and good and close up that gap. So I'm gonna go try to figure that out. I just went ahead and ordered some pizza, and yeah, so that's where we're at now. I'll show you guys my solution once I get this figured out. All right guys, back from my pizza break. It was awesome. I figured out a solution. I'm gonna show it to you now. There it is. As you can see, the gap is much better. I mean, it's pretty much non-existent, so that's fantastic. Don't mind the zip ties. They're temporary. I used double-sided tape in here on the bottom of the grill to hold it against the bumper, and I'm just using the zip ties to hold everything in place while it sets. So hopefully, once I unclip these, everything will stay, and that'll be that. What do you guys think? I think I'm kind of smart sometimes. The only thing I'm a bit confused with this grill compared to my last one is the sensors face inward, which is interesting. I guess, I don't know. I swear factory faced the other way. My grill is somewhere up in the attic. I'm not really sure, but the other one's faced outward, which was great because the wires just went boop right there. Now I have to run the wires under and over, and I hope it doesn't look bad once everything is installed. Not like a huge deal, but that is how this grill is, so that's how we're gonna run it. I would flip these around, but it looks like they're plastic welded, and I'm not gonna break anything, so we're just gonna leave it as is. All right, I am gonna finish getting this put back together and show you guys what it looks like. So we've got the lower grill back in. Everything is screwed into place. I just put this back on. You can see the 4 bolts there. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna take a look at the sensors to see if there is anything I can do while this is off. I looked from the front and you can see the wiring through this hole here. Not a big fan of that. I don't think I can run it like that because I believe it will rub up against the crash bar. I don't think there's enough room, so we're gonna see what I can do. If I find a solution, I'll let you guys know. If not, next step's putting this back on the car. All right, so we are at the final stages here. Bumper is back on the ground. Everything's hooked up and tested, so now we're good to go. I went ahead and just kind of secured the wires down there, so it's not too bad actually. We'll see how this one fits with the crash bar. This is a different grill, so it could be a little bit different. We'll find out here in a second because I just really don't know. All right, the bumper is back on. We're successful. And actually, I was able to fix the fitment a little bit better here. I found out that the part of the bumper that's inside here that goes above the trim, but in between the headlight and
yeah, there's a piece there. But anyways, it slots in place. I found out that it was bent, so got it unbent, got the fitment good to go there. Everything looks good. Just need to bolt everything back up, put the screws in here, underneath, and the fender wells, etc. And down here, if you guys can see it, if you can't, that's a good thing. There's the sensor and the wiring. Honestly, you can barely see it, so really not a big deal like I was saying originally. I will say that I like this grill a lot better than the other one that I had because it doesn't have the square pieces in here for the Euro plate bracket that would come on it. So that makes it look a lot better because it's wide open. There's no squares with screw holes in it like the last one. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. And overall, the fitment is pretty good. Really no complaints besides my own issue that I had down there with me repairing this bumper in the past. This thing fits really, really good. I mean, the gaps, everything looks good. Looks good over here. Everything pretty much matches side to side. And the carbon, of course, matches the carbon everywhere else. It's like a 1x1 weave, so it'll match like your OEM carbon if you have mirrors, the spoiler, stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, get these screws in, get everything buttoned up, and then we're gonna get to that giveaway, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, we're done. All the screws are back in, this is back on, hood release is back on. Everything is nice and tight and secure and fits as it should. So this brings us to the end of the video. I'm gonna go over, get cleaned up real quick, and then we're gonna go over the details of the giveaway, how to enter, what to do, and what you'll be winning. So just one more minute, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I'm cleaned up. Archer's here hanging out. We're gonna chill, watch a movie. But now I'm gonna get to this giveaway. Long story short, I have an extra brand new RS style grill in gloss black. So this is what I'm gonna be giving away. Right here. It is from Canadian All Performance, so same grill I just installed. And I've got some extra Quattro lettering that I'm gonna throw in. You can install it, you can not install it, you can do whatever you want with it. It'll be your grill. All right, so we've got the grill. It's here, it is brand new. Just might have some fingerprints on it for me holding it and whatnot, but anyways, here is how to enter. Number one, subscribe to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, just click the subscribe button. Just make sure you're subscribed by the time I do the giveaway. Number two, like the video. Once the video hits 100 likes, I'm gonna go ahead, get all the names compiled, and I'm gonna do the giveaway at that point. And number three, comment on the video. That is how I will track your entries. Once you comment, you're good. You don't have to say anything else. I'll keep track of them. Once all the likes are fulfilled, the 100 likes, I'll go ahead and enter all the names into a spinning wheel, number generator, something like that. I'll go live on YouTube when I'm doing the giveaway. And then, of course, if you're not watching when I do the live, I will be sure to comment your name, let you know you've won, and then from there, we can figure out details on shipping and everything like that. Speaking of shipping, I am willing to open this up to international residents, so US and international. However, I cannot cover all the shipping costs for international. US, I've got you, you're covered. I'll ship it to you at my dime. That's not a big deal. It should not be that much. However, international, it's going to be quite a bit more. So if you are from outside of the US and you do win, let me know. We can work out shipping. I'll even split it with you and we'll get it shipped out to you. All right, well, I think that wraps up this video. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. That will get you entered in for the brand new RS style grill giveaway. If you guys are local, let me know. I'm going to be at St. Augustine here in 2 weeks at Southeast Eurofest, and I will be at Eurotripper as well in February in Fort Myers. If you see me or see the car, come up, say hey, tag me, we'll get together, and I'd love to meet some of you guys. Oh, and one more thing, it is almost New Year's. As I said before, it is the day before New Year's Eve. So I want to wish you all a happy New Year, and here's to 2024. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.